What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. All right, welcome back, everyone. This is a Tuesday episode, so that means it's Tabletop Takeout Day. We do a video every day of the week here, but today, Tuesdays, this is the day where I like to give bullet points as to why I like or love a particular title when it hits that table. So please, show us a little love. We are a for fun channel, no sponsors or backers or monetization. So show us a little support if you can, if you find anything at all on this channel interesting. Now, today, the title I want to talk about bugs the hell out of me. But you know what? I'm just going to dig in and take care of business. So why don't you join me down the table, my friends, and I will tell you what it is that we've been loving about Atari Centipede. Well, I can tell you from first-hand experience that many quarters have been sacrificed to this arcade deity back in the days. This board game version of that classic arcade is really just a can of nostalgic whoop-ass. Now, this game really delivers, I think, when it comes to the components of this game. In fact, I would go so far as to say that it's a high score when it comes to components. I mean, just looking at these, and you could see the great 8-bit look that they made sure that all of these pieces were going to have. So that when you look at this visually, although it's a board game, every single aspect of it is going to be helping you, well, picture yourself immersed in this classic retro arcade game. Now, with all that being said, yes, I am and always have been a huge fan of the old school arcade games, and Centipede was one of them. I'm a fan of this trend, short-lived as it seems to have been, of taking classic arcade games and turning them into board games. Now with this, something in particular, this has a distinct balance that I have to say in the way it deals with the gnome player or the centipede player. Oh yeah, by the way, this is a 2-player head-to-head game or a 4-player 2 versus 2 team game, but I'll get to that. The balance that I'm talking about here is the 2 different styles of games that you're getting in this one game. So the centipede player is going to be pulling from a deck of cards that will allow him or her certain movements during the game. On the other hand, the gnome player, protecting the garden from the ravenous centipede, gets dice that you can allocate to certain actions at certain times. So the balance of the 2 different gaming styles, usually games are dice games or card games. This, I really like the way this balance works out. So yes, as I mentioned more just before about the head-to-head, yes, this is a classic representation of the arcade game, which was 1 player versus the game. The game was the centipede, the player the gnome, and this captures that wonderfully. There's a lot of great head-to-head games out there, but this one does a magnificent job of capturing the feel of the original arcade game. That is the seed, or more than the seed, is the entirety, really, of this board game. Now, in a 2-player game, it's simply 2 teams of 2. There'll be 2 centipedes and 2 gnomes. And I gotta say that this is a highly chaotic version of the game. Stress-inducing to a degree, I think I'm gonna add into that. But crazy fun nonetheless. I really think that this board game, this retro game, capturing the feel of this arcade classic, I think it works, and that's one of the reasons why I also enjoy it. It does exactly what it sets out to do, and that's make me think perfectly, exactly of the arcade game that it's an homage to. So I think that for retro gamers, I think for Gen X board gamers, I think for families, or even just individuals who like a good, difficult head-to-head board game, I think anyone that fits in those categories deserves to at least try this game. I'm not gonna go into your wallet and tell you how to spend your money as far as buying something like this, but if you get a chance, I do think this game should be tried, because if you fit into any above mentioned categories, you're probably going to enjoy it. Well, thank you very much for hearing me give you my points of interest on Centipede. What are some of your interests, and what board games would you enjoy seeing based on the old arcade games? I'm your buddy Big John G, the Two Gun Fixer presents Legendary Gaming, and I am out of here.